and welcome to Capacity TV at Capacity Europe 2024. My name is Malik, Senior Reporter at Capacity Media. I'm joined today by Joe Scattareggia, President, and John Nishimoto, Senior Vice President of Windstream Wholesale. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Joe, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about your experience at Capacity Europe. How's it been for you?
Well, it's been a great few days so far. As I always say, these events, particularly the Capacity Media events, are a great place for us to meet our partners and our carrier customers. So we're doing a lot of that this week. We have a lot to share with our customers. We have a lot going on right now, so the timing of it's great. And for us being in Europe, it's a great compliment for us because most of the companies that we operate and work with over here operate in Europe, and we operate in the U.S. So, we complement each other, we don't compete. So there's a lot of collaboration that goes on. And of course, this is one of the best marketing and network events that we have for the year. And, this week we're doing a lot of collaboration between our team and our customers' team. So it brings the teams together. So we're getting a lot out of this week, and we're excited.
John, there was a big announcement this week. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we're really excited to announce the 800 gig wave from across the pond. It's something that my product and our product technology teams have been driving. So it's a single interface 800 gig. We started in Chicago, went to New York. From New York, went over the Grace Hopper cable system to Colt to London. And so it's the first time that anybody's been able to do an 800 gig handoff end to end, anywhere. And we played around with a lot of different line speeds underneath it. So there's 800 gig waves with a line speed underneath, 900 gig, 1 terabit, excuse me, 1.2 terabits. And it's a really successful trial. It's very stable. And then it was so successful, then we put on routers on each end and did 800 gig over IP as well.
And why did you choose Colt and Nokia for this particular partnership?
Both are real good partners of ours. Colt is they have a similar mindset where it's technology leadership. So that's one of our core pillars, is being a technology leader. So that was a natural fit. And Nokia had the equipment, first of all. We use their PSIM equipment, and it is pre-GA software that enabled the single interface 800 gig. So they're the only ones right now that have that available to test, and we deployed it over a live network. So they have expertise in both IP and optical, which is kind of unusual for equipment manufacturer.
Yeah, and we actually worked with Colt a few years ago. We did a trial of spectrum services in the U.S. So, the teams worked really well together. And as John said, I think the two companies share a lot of common interests. Both companies like to incubate new technologies, we like to test things, and our technical teams really spent a lot of time together, and they worked really well together. There was a lot of lessons learned, but at the end of it, as John said, to do something that's never been done before, an industry first, 800 gig, right, client side, it's a big thing. So the teams are excited, and the plan worked because we wanted to launch it here this week at Capacity Media. So mission accomplished.
Awesome. And then 800 gig, just off the back of that, why is it important for the industry?
Well, I think the evolution is really important. About 4 years ago, we rolled out the first commercial 400 gig in the U.S. And at the time, we were the first to offer it in the U.S., and it took time. These services take time. There's a lot of things that have to happen on the customer end, particularly with upgrading the client's, hardware and their networking systems. But if you fast forward from 4 years ago to today, a lot of what we're offering in the marketplace, a lot of what the team is selling is 400 gig. So to be the first to offer this, to be the first to roll this out, hopefully next year, we think that the demand in the marketplace will evolve to this, and in a few short years, we'll be the leader in 800 gig sales across the U.S.
Yeah, first, it's important to really prototype these types of services so we can put it into a live network and validate operationally how it works, the stability, any interference with other products or other services, alarming, things like that. So it's just really important for us to just prove that it will work.
You briefly touched upon it there, but when will it be ready for customers?
Yeah, that's probably John's. John leads our product development group.
If you talk to a sales guy or a product guy, get different dates.
But the software that we use from Nokia to enable a single interface, that's still pre-GA. They're saying sometime first half of next year it'll be available as a GA product. So it'll be after that.
We know Windstream are GLF members. Joe, you're quite active in the GLF. What's it like being a GLF member?
Well, it's actually great. Being a GLF member, there's a wide network of individuals that participate in it. So from a networking standpoint, it's really great, right? So there's a group of people that you can leverage for their expertise. And this year, at Capacity Europe here, we decided to participate in the GLF Lounge. So we've had a wonderful experience here in London this week in the lounge, where we not only participated and used the lounge, but that's actually our meeting area. And then last night, we obviously had a big conference, a cocktail reception, which we had a huge turnout. Thank you for everyone for showing up. And it was really the launch of and we partnered last night a little bit with Colt as well to really celebrate the 800 gig trial that we completed just last week.
And it's really useful to interact with the GLF members, so it's very beneficial.
So what next for Windstream Wholesale?
Well, we have a lot going on right now. From, I guess, the last time we met, which was ITW, subsequent to that, we announced that Unity and Windstream are in the process, or announced a merger. So, we're right now, both companies are forming full steam ahead to close the merger, which is scheduled to close mid-2025. So, that's the big thing that we're doing. Outside of that, it's business as usual, right? So we're still trying to grow the business, grow new products, keeping the teams together. We have a lot of new things that are on the horizon at the moment. So we're looking forward to a big year, some big announcements, and we're looking to really continue, what we're doing in the marketplace.
A lot of our AI type customers are asking for different routes and different bandwidths, so we're growing not only routes, dark fiber and conduit routes, but also lit services. And then on top of that, we'll continue to build our iConnect portal and things like Route Creator and other functionality.
Joe and John, it's always a pleasure catching up with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for watching Capacity TV. You can find all our video interviews on the Capacity TV section of the Capacity Media website.